Hi, and welcome back to the Consult a Counselor series. In this series, I answer parenting related questions so that you can be present and at ease with your child and live life mindfully. Today's question is: It's the holiday season, and it seems that everyone has an elf on the shelf at home. I really don't want to give in to the social pressure. What should I do? Well, I can definitely empathize with this question because it's one that I myself went through when my son was younger. So, first and foremost, remember that your choice is your choice, and it's hard, but you don't have to fall into the social pressures. And it may seem that everyone has an elf on the shelf at home, but remember that we see people's highlights and reels on social media. So it's just a small percentage of perhaps what the actual truth is. The second thing to keep in mind is that perhaps at school, they may have an elf on the shelf. It seems that more and more classroom teachers are using it, more of a behavior or classroom management in schools and perhaps in other places. But you can tell your child that the elf on the shelf only visits some places and not all, if you want for them to carry along that magic, especially if they're younger. We do want to remember that some families are all about it and that it is a magical time of year, especially for young children. So we don't want other children to kind of ruin it for others, but we can be honest with our kids and just say that that's something that some families have and some families do not, if you don't want to have one in your home. I'll share my personal experience. When my child was younger, I used to say, "We have Jesus. We don't need an elf on the shelf." Or I have my parenting style doesn't need an elf on the shelf to help with my child's behavior. I then, however, did decide to get one because my child did have one in his classroom. And I thought the magic of Santa and elves and everything that comes along with it is only really present for just a small time, just a couple of years in their lives, because then they do grow out of it. So I do have one now, and it's awesome to see my son being so excited and talking to his elf, and the belief system that goes into that. However, when it comes down to it, you do what's best for you. And even if you don't believe in the magic, you can have one just to decorate if you choose. And if you didn't, that is totally okay too. At the end of the day, go with what your gut is telling you. Don't fall into social pressures, or you don't have to keep up with the Joneses, and just do whatever you think is best for you, your family, and your child. I hope this helps. If you think that this could help another mom, dad, or caregiver friend, be sure to share it with them. And be sure to subscribe to my podcast so that you don't miss the next one. If you have any questions for the Consult a Counselor series, you can always email me at hello@freetobemindful.com or DM me on Instagram at Counselor V de Jesus. And remember, in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Thanks so much, and catch you next time.